Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bronze League Heroes, and today on Cursed Hollow featuring the blue team, Malfurion, Phoenix, Muradin, Jaina and Tyrael. Already we can see that both, at least one of the players have left the game, but on the red team we have ETC, Nazeebo, Sonya, Raynor and Lucio, and of course probably Tyrael and Nazeebo are both having lag issues brought to you by Blizzard Entertainment. Ever since they have released Heroes of the Storm, these consistent connection issues have been an issue for many of the players that are playing, but again, let's concentrate on the game instead. So right now we see all 5 team members except for Nazeebo, who's heading down to the bottom lane, is going to go for a 5-man mid-brawl right here, and Lucio pushing the blue team away already, but Nazeebo unfortunately has consistently left the game and is now a complete Dunbo, as he is just a bot. Right now we see that Tyrael is a little bit too far forward, and Raynor, being Raynor, is going to deal a lot of damage, and Blizzard, please nerf Raynor. Just in case you haven't got the memo yet from my last video, please nerf Raynor, as Raynor gets rooted by Malfurion's Entangling Roots, but the blue team is not in position to finish off Raynor. Right now we do see that. Let's have a look at Raynor's talent, Veteran Marksman. That is going to in fact give him a lot of late game damage, as we see that both ETC and Muradin are going to attempt to peel for the team, as Muradin charges for landing or storm bolt, but unfortunately is fresh meat for Raynor, as Raynor continues auto attacking, getting those veteran marksman stacks like no tomorrow. Ooh, you should never ever let Raynor just freely stack on you like this, as Raynor in the late game can deal a lot of damage, as ETC power slides in, but Raynor is unfortunately not able to catch that kill on Muradin just yet, as Phoenix and Sonya are having a little bit of a duel in the solo lane, but as Phoenix's shields begin regenerating, Sonya will be no match for that, and right now Phoenix is just running around circles in Sonya, but I think that Sonya might just have done the trick using the sustain from the minions, but unfortunately Malfurion does get taken down by Raynor, and oversight by me, as I did not see that. But Tyrael and Muradin, Tyrael is again out of mana, as you know, if you play Tyrael you should know that mana is something that you do not have as Tyrael. The mana bar might as well just be non-existent for Tyrael, because well, he basically has no mana anyway. And Phoenix gonna continue sieging down the buildings, as the Nazeebo bot is going to get some voodoo ritual stacks. This Nazeebo bot is the MVP of the game, of course, because nothing is complete in Bronze League Heroes without at least one AFK player or one AI player indeed, as Lucio heals up Nazeebo, but Nazeebo's behavior is very inconsistent. I have no idea what Nazeebo wants to do. He goes and stands in the bush, he throws out the Plague of Toads, and that's all, I guess. Nazeebo being Nazeebo. And Nazeebo trying to, but he lands a beautiful zombie wall thanks to the bot's amazing skill shot capabilities, but might get taken out by Tyrael, but ETC manages to peel for Nazeebo, as Nazeebo just walks right back in, because Nazeebo is a total dunce. Sonya's heading down, but Phoenix is still staying in the top lane, as he doesn't want to go down to tribute, because tributes and objectives, those are far too overrated, especially in Bronze League. Nobody focuses on objectives anyway, as Raynor just freely gets his veteran marksman stacks. I'm a bit surprised that Raynor didn't go for the stacking health talent at level 4. But Raynor already getting 23 stacks of his veteran marksman. This is already very dangerous. Very dangerous. If Raynor continues getting the same amount of stacks he's been getting in the first couple of minutes of the game, he'll basically just be undefeatable in the late game. Let's have a look at Raynor. Right now, his Give Him Some Pepper is doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I can't actually see I can actually see right now the bonus damage 24%, which gives him for total bonus damage of 150% on every 4th basic attack, which is really dangerous. Again, Tyrael soloing a siege camp, as Tyrael again has no mana, which is typical Tyrael, as we do see that Lucio is going to get rooted by Malfurion's roots, but Lucio's gonna heal up just fine, it seems. Looks like the user interface has improved. In fact, if I click on heroes, I can see all of the ability cooldowns and stuff, which makes for a much more clearer view of what's happening. So right now we see that Jaina is also leaving game. So Jaina bot, by the way, Jaina bot. It looks like Blizzard servers have not improved since 2007, and they're just continuing to be absolutely atrocious as Nazeebo leaves the game again. Right now there are siege camps in the top and bottom lane, which are respectively pushing those lanes. But right now, where did he go? He must have teleported away. I can't see. It must have been a little. Oh, it was Mirrodin who jumped away. My bad, my bad. As Sonya leaps in with her spear and trying to do a little bit of damage to the blue team, and Tyrael is taken down by Raynor, unfortunately, and the Jaina bot dies. It looks like the gods are evening up this match. First, Nazeebo disconnects, now Jaina disconnects, and Raynor and Nazeebo both absolute late game monsters in comparison to the blue team. Well, Phoenix not really that powerful as Nazeebo and Raynor in the late game. Jaina, you know, doesn't really have a stacking talent like Nazeebo and Raynor. So again, sort of a win-lose situation, I suppose, as the siege camps in the top lane are going to get what is this? We're trapped in Nazeebo's zombie wall. And the Bruiser camp in the mid lane is going to do a little bit of damage as Malfurion spawns his Treant, which is taken out instantly. But looks like the teams are still fighting for the tribute as the Jaina bot, being Jaina bot, is going to die once again. Jaina bot for the win. Nazeebo clearing up that camp. I must say, I did try to play Nazeebo the other day. I've always been trash talking about Nazeebo and about how bad Nazeebo is. Make no mistake, Nazeebo is still not a very good character in terms of, you know, in terms of the mage design, but he is very good late game, and it's really a blast just stacking up your voodoo ritual, your stacks in the early game, in the mid game, just clearing waves, and it gives you that satisfying ding ding sound whenever you kill a minion with your trait active. So that's one of the things, I suppose, as Jaina is just going to continue doing Jaina bot things, by the way. Not sure whether the blue team have pinged Jaina to follow, for Jaina to follow them, but it looks like blue team are going to attempt to siege down this fort, trying to get that extra bit of XP as Raynor activating his Adrenaline Rush. I think that they've basically buffed Raynor's Adrenaline Rush, because before the Raynor rework, you could see under Raynor whether he still had his healing ability. But now, there isn't really the indicator for that, so people have to be a little bit more cautious when playing around Raynor's trait. I mean, Raynor's heal. And Nazeebo leaves the game again. It looks like Nazeebo and Jaina must be living in the same area, having these multiple disconnect issues, but whatever, they make for good and fun. Bronze League Heroes episode for me to cast, so I don't really mind at all. Nazeebo rejoins the game as Jaina is not rejoining the game just yet. But be aware of the Jaina bot. The Jaina bot doesn't know what to do. She's walking in and out, and right, she's gonna go tap. She's going to go tap, right. As the tribute is spawning soon in about 5 seconds in this location. Is the red team in position? Both teams are very close to level 10, and blue team reaches level 10 first, but I think the red team might be reaching level 10 as well. So ETC getting his Mosh Pit at level 10, very close to level 10. He should be a little bit more cautious perhaps as Jaina bot starts channeling on the objective, and Raynor might just escape with his life. Mirrodin hopping in, trying to duel the entire red team by himself, but Mirrodin activating his avatar, unfortunately, is very invincible during those 20 seconds when avatar is active, and Sonya's spear is going to finish off Tyrael as Phoenix lands a Purification Salvo, and the Nazeebo bot, of course, is going to channel the Ravenous Spirit at an indeterminate location. And ETC using a point-blank stave dive as Raynor's penetrating round is going to push them away, but I think ETC might just be dead. Right now, Raynor, I am a little bit concerned about his sustaining rounds talent. He should have gone for the Behemoth armor for that full stacking build. Sustaining rounds is not as good as the other talents at level 4 for Raynor, but I think Raynor is still doing a reasonable amount of damage. If we have a look at Raynor's stacks, right now his total damage is 169, so on every 4th auto attack he's dealing an extra 169% of his auto attack damage, which is of course really good as Lucio hops in and does a little bit of Lucio things, and ETC is going to activate his face melt to knock Malfurion, but Malfurion does escape with his life. Tyrael is trying to run. The whole of the blue team is trying to run, but will Malfurion's sustained healing be enough? Malfurion has to, and Malfurion's Twilight Dream is unfortunately interrupted. Will Raynor finish off Malfurion? No, it looks like Raynor did not change his target there. But Raynor is just going to stand here and not attempt to stutter step at all. By the way, Raynor and Tyrael gets taken down, and let's continue the fight. Oh lord. And Phoenix gets taken down, and Tyrael gets taken down. Will Tyrael kill Nazeebo? That's the real question. And Tyrael's explosion kills Nazeebo, the Witch Doctor. Wonderfully done by Tyrael, planning and executing that explosion with perfection. And if we have a look at Tyrael, right now he's dead, but his Archangel's Wrath does in fact deal 916 damage when he dies. So I suppose that is a good thing for him. Right now Nazeebo is a little bit behind in his Voodoo Ritual, and of course he went for Thing of the Deep at level 1, which is generally the not a very good talent, but I guess increased range of the Nazeebo's basic abilities is fine, it's fine. It's all around safe talent, and Nazeebo of course going for the big Voodoo, going straight for that late game stacking bonuses, but right now Nazeebo needs to up his game if he wants those late game bonuses. And the blue team is just hanging around here, and Tyrael charges in with his Judgment as Phoenix from the back manages land Purification Salvo before, but Tyrael, Lucio was taken down too quickly, and ETC is going to be taken down as well as Sonya is going to take a mercenary camp. Raynor, by the way, Raynor still hasn't picked his level 13 talent, but Raynor did go for Raynor's Raider, the Banshee, which is going to allow him to deal massive single target damage, and the blue team is going to decide to do a boss right now just before the tribute spawns, which is a good call by them. And by the way, Jainabot is still here. Jainabot, by the way, Jainabot and Raynor, the Reginate Commander, the flagship hero of StarCraft 2, is going to wander in and see that they're taking a boss. He could have used the Banshee to scout, I suppose, but he didn't want to do that because he's a man, and he doesn't want to, you know, sacrifice his Banshee's life for his own. So the boss is going to start marching towards the blue teams, the red teams keep wall, but I think Raynor's DPS is just a little too high for that. Raynor, by the way, no micro required. Just right click on your enemies and let Raynor's gun and passive do the work, combined with his Banshee. By the way, right now it is going to be another boss call from the blue team. A little bit risky, I would say, seeing that both of the teams actually are at the same talents here and at the same level right now. And the red team is on the prowl looking for fresh meat indeed. Fresh meat and ETC stage dive. Will this be enough to actually steal the boss? But Phoenix's Purification Salvo is going to melt the entire red team, as Sonya, unfortunately, is very close to being dead. But again, she gets taken down. The healing is not enough. And right now, ETC is just getting melted by Phoenix. Will ETC survive? Looks like the Banshee is going to draw a little bit of that aggro. And ETC does manage to survive that, which is a good thing for them. Right now, Jainabot doing work, man. As long as Jainabot follows you, you can do nothing about that. And believe me, Jainabot has one of the most accurate skill shots. She basically never misses her Frostbolt, which is really, really annoying. She can literally predict where you're going to go within like the minuscule 1/10 of a second. And Phoenix is going to start channeling at this tribute as the red team finishes up cleaning the boss. And Nazeebo right now 91 stacks and Raynor at 57 stacks. Sonya's gonna attempt to spear in and doing a little bit of damage and get stunned by Mirrodin, who incidentally did go for Skullcracker. So Mirrodin, every third auto attack will stun a person, will stun an enemy for a short duration at least. ETC trying to find a little bit of Weak spot, he power slides in, a little bit too risky, ETC. ETC might just get taken out, but Raynor with that Lucio shield, is he going to survive? It looks not. Oh dear, Raynor no longer being able to just right click enemies, and Jaina gets taken out. Unfortunately, if that was a Jaina bot, I'll say that she would have landed a frostball, but because that wasn't Jaina bot, well, looks like Nazeebo is going into stasis and waiting for Sonya to come save her. Will Nazeebo survive this onslaught? Unfortunately not, as Sonya will actually get interrupted by Muradin's Skullcracker during the spin. Well, looks like not. Nope. If Sonya tries to whirlwind, Muradin can actually just stun her with Skullcracker. There we go, another stun. And Tyrael's explosion. Again, this is the second, I think the third time that Tyrael explosion has gotten a direct kill. And of course the BM spray. Dun dun dun. And ETC stage dives in, and Muradin will not be able to stop ETC. ETC utilizing that stage dive value to the fullest. Gonna power slide out like a real rock star. And Muradin still has his jump, I believe. Yep, his jump is up. And Raynor will start doing massive damage to Muradin. If they just let Raynor keep right clicking them, I guess. But the red team have successfully averted the curse, because if the blue team had captured that tribute, then they would have a curse on them. But ETC utilizing the stage dive, I guess it was worth it in the end. Right now the lanes are really pushing for the blue team, and I think the red team need to put on a little bit of lane pressure if they're to do anything. And they're going to invade the camp as Sonya attempts to do all three of them, but I think that she might just be dead from Jaina's Ring of Frost. And ETC wandering in just to get taken out, I presume. And ETC, nope, ETC is actually going to get targeted by Phoenix's Purification Salvo, gets taken out, and Lucio using his wall ride to the fullest. Will he be able to outrun both of these disgusting, scary enemy tanks? It looks like he will be able to. Whoa, where is he going? Why is he going that way? No, Lucio, no. No! Lucio, why did you have to use your ultimate there? That is definitely not a very good usage, but I guess it saved him, so whatever. Tyrael is still on the chase, and the Tyrael explosion, please don't. Oh, the Tyrael explosion. Actually, Lucio's too fast for Tyrael's explosion, so rip. Rest in peace, Archangel of Justice, as Nazeebo. His zombie wall's up. Will he trap one of these members? Nope, he ice blocks. Is he going to throw out the zombie wall? Nope. Throws out a zombie wall, traps Phoenix in the Ravenous Spirit. Malfurion's Twilight Dream, getting that value, silencing Nazeebo. Right now, ETC is going to stage dive in. Will they be able to finish off Malfurion? And yes, it looks like they will be able to, as Raynor is just a monster now. Just look at Raynor doing work. Look at Raynor doing work as Lucio dancing and dancing with his pea shooter, and is in fact going to take out Phoenix, because Phoenix's warp in was interrupted, and Lucio getting trapped by his own teammate's zombie wall. And unfortunately, Raynor does spot Mr. Muradin here. And will Muradin survive? It looks like Jaina is going to get taken out, possibly by Ring of Frost. Wow, that was close. That was cutting it really close, Raynor. And Tyrael going back in again. Is he going to try to finish off Raynor? Raynor's healing is unfortunately off cooldown right now, so they will have to depend on Lucio for the heals. And Sonya again doing a mercenary camp by herself. And will Tyrael's whatever it's called, I forgot what it's called again. Tyrael's yes, Holy Ground, will he be able to make a boss steal here? That is still up for the game to decide, and it looks like Muradin just getting melted by Raynor. As Sonya, not being the team player that she is, instead goes and finish a mercenary camp as ETC gets stunned by the boss pit. And I think Tyrael might just... Nope, I think Tyrael was too late for that, and Tyrael's explosion is going to get a little bit of value, eh? I mean, Tyrael just using that to the fullest extent his trait value, by the way. Let's have a look at in-game stats. Tyrael already having died 7 times already. Jaina dying 8 times. Sonya dying 7 times. That's all, basically. So far, the kills very even, and Right now, the red team do have level 20, so they are going to attempt to do this boss, but Lucio is nowhere to be seen. Lucio, please, what are you doing here? What was your plan, Lucio? What were you trying to do? You could have just taken the boss with your team. Why were you trying to push with the boss that your team wasn't pushing in? And for your daily pro tip of the day, if you're support, please don't just go solo push with a boss. That is a terrible, terrible idea. Bad idea through and through. As Nazebo, 130 stacks, but instantly choosing the Vile Infection, a classic Bronze League strategy. 130 stacks. Nope, I'm gonna get those stacks real quickly. Which, again, may be the correct decision, as this game is going to last quite a bit longer than your average game, because, well, both teams have all 3 keeps up so far, but the red team's keeps are looking a little bit low on health, but hopefully Nazebo will be able to carry his team with his non-existent level 20 talent. Looks like James Raynor already stacking up the veteran marksman. Let's click on James Raynor and see his bonus damage right now. Bonus damage, total bonus damage is 207%. So that means for every 4th auto attack, Raynor is going to be dealing 307% of his basic attack damage. That is just insane. As this game continues, he's just going to be doing more and more work with his trait. Which I feel like they probably overtuned, given some pepper a little bit. I mean, they could probably reduce the damage of giving some pepper. And probably, I don't know, what else could they do? They could reduce Raynor's scaling as well. And as well as reducing his base attack damage even more. Which I think would be probably quite reasonable at this stage in the game. I mean, Raynor, come on, he's just got so much to offer. I mean, Raynor is just a disgusting powerhouse right now in the Nexus. And the blue team are going to finish off this siege camp here, and but the red team is already up here to contest the tribute. But it looks like Sonya did die, so the red team is gonna have to pull some kind of wizard card out of their bottoms if they're to actually win over this tribute. I mean, Sonya already going to ignore pain, which makes her relatively tanky, but still going down. Nazebo's level 20 talent still doing absolute nothing as Tyrael judgments in to Lucio, and ETC is trying to do a Phoenix, but look at that Raynor damage. This is just disgusting. This is just, it's not abusive as it's actually in the game, but it's just so disgusting. I mean, just look at Raynor's damage. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they probably will be able to win a 4v5 just because of Raynor's damage, but it looks like ETC is taken down too quickly. I don't think Raynor will be able to survive this. Ooh, Raynor is going to get judgmented by Tyrael again. Raynor probably should just, his best chance is actually just to fight back, but I guess he just wanted to run, as the blue team is going to secure the tribute once again. Right now, it's still a pretty even game, except for the fact that the blue team may be able to just take down this keep, and probably take down this keep as well if they are good about it, but it looks like they're far too slow on the rotations to do that. And Sonya is going to try to do Mirrodin, but I don't think that's going to work, because Mirrodin with Skullcracker especially, nope. And even Mirrodin with Rewind, that's going to be really dangerous. And Sonya with the protection of her keep, is that enough? I do not think so. Sonya's Whirlwind unfortunately does get interrupted by Mirrodin's Skullcracker, but it looks like the blue team is actually going to take down the middle keep. So, are they going to look to threaten core? It looks like not, because Phoenix is not there. He's going to go claim the tribute. And I think the blue team are a little bit optimistic here. Jaina being terribly out of position for just a second there, but ETC not capitalizing on it as they do, and Tyrael judgments in. But it looks like Phoenix is nowhere to be seen, and I think that Jaina is probably dead, unfortunately. And ETC with his wonderfully timed stage dive is going to knock Mirrodin and kill Tyrael there. Yup. Not having Phoenix there was really a terrible idea for the blue team to do this. And Malfurion using that silence. I think that they might be able to kill Lucio. Nope. Lucio is indeed just going to heal up fine. And unfortunately, oh my goodness, that zombie wall trapping Phoenix. So Phoenix dodging that power slide. But unfortunately, Phoenix doesn't have a teleport anymore, and I think the red team should be looking to at least take a boss or something. That'll probably be the best idea for them at this point in the game. It looks like they are going to take down the keep before potentially going to the boss. I'm not sure why they didn't go to the keep there, but it looks like they just don't want to do that, I guess. Right. Oh goodness gracious, look at Nazeebo's stack so close to Viral Infection, and I think that the red team really do have a chance here. I mean, with Nazeebo's quest complete and Raynor already just infinitely stacking his... Oh my goodness, and of course Phoenix just blew up in James Raynor's... James Raynor just blowing up Phoenix, just there. Nope, Phoenix, you're not a hero anymore, you're just gonna get deleted by Raynor's Gauss rifle as Tyrael judgments in, using the Holy Ground to separate Lucio from Raynor, and Lucio does get taken down, and of course Tyrael going for the Angel of Justice. What this does is increase the cast range of Judgment by 50% and reducing the cooldown by 40 seconds. So right now, is that actually a bug? Because I'm pretty sure, oh right, Judgment's cooldown is right now is 30 seconds, and Tyrael manages to steal the boss with his Holy Ground. I'm really not sure whether that was worth it at all as Tyrael's trait. Nope, Sonya is probably a little bit too tanky for that. Sonya is going to escape with her life, but ETC was going to stage dive, but unfortunately is rooted by Jaina's Ring of Frost. That was a beautiful boss steal by Tyrael's Holy Ground. Holy ground indeed, holy ground. Tyrael having that 30-second cooldown judgment, doing some work there, but it looks like the minions are piling up for the blue team. And will this keep taken down by the minions? Looks like the minions are surging in. Will this next wave of minions manage to take down the keep? Maybe not. Maybe not indeed. I feel like the... Ooh, this Nazeebo is doing a little bit of work. Not avoiding that route anyway. And Sonya's just gonna... Nope, she's not gonna eat a stun. With the zombie while doing lots of damage and Plague of Toads, it looks like the red team aren't going to stop this boss from taking their keep if Nazeebo wasn't there. Looks like both keeps, all three keeps for all three teams except for this one, I guess. Well, it's still a pretty even game, I must say. I mean, at this point, it's really up to the split-second decisions by each team, as this is a 26-minute game so far. And right now, Raynor and Nazeebo both having infinitely stacking quests. Phoenix is very near to finishing his quest as well. Will they able to... Oh, and Sonya falls for the 5-man. Oh, Lord, Sonya making that critical mistake. But I think Nazeebo's Ravenous Spirit dealing massive damage to Jaina might just finish her off. And Nazeebo just auto-attacking people to death just because he can. And ETC is going to not get... actually cancels that Purification Salvo as the red team are on the chase. Nazeebo with Raynor. I don't think this is a combo. I mean, I don't think this is a team comp that you can fight into in the late game. You need to actually get good pickups like that one with Sonya, but Nazeebo just utilizing the Ravenous Spirit, dealing massive damage to Jaina. Fortunately, just zoning her out for the time being, and Mirrodin hopping right in. James Raynor doing massive damage gain, and Tyrael actually casts a very long-range judgment onto James Raynor as Mirrodin is getting targeted, and Phoenix's Purification Salvo does go off, but look at Tyrael just melting to James Raynor and Nazeebo. Ooh, that is just not very nice at all. That is not nice at all. And look at the bottom, a siege camp and a wave of minions is threatening the blue team's core. But the team fight is going to go on as Mirrodin using Rewind to leap out of there really quickly. And the red team decides not to chase anymore, but Phoenix, oh good gracious, look at that damage from giving some pepper. Oh lord, lordy lord. Yikes, yikes indeed. And looks like a couple of catapults are going to be threatening the core, but Nazeebo just finishing them off very quickly with a zombie wall and a corpse of, whatever it's called. I can't even remember what that's called. It's called Corpse Spiders, right, Corpse Spiders, I nearly forgot about that. And Mirrodin hopping in, doing a 2v4 apparently. Mirrodin unfortunately is not tanky enough to face James Raynor, activating his avatar by just getting melted instantly. Raynor also did go for the tank busting talent. So every 4th auto attack, he will also deal an additional 3% of the target's maximum health as damage. And Jaina and Muradin, I mean, whatever it was, Jaina and Maltherian, sorry, getting just absolutely deleted by Nazeebo and Raynor. Tyrael heading on in right again. Will Tyrael manage to steal the boss again? If his whatever it's called, if his Aldruin's might is well timed. Nope, he's going to just wait it out, I guess. Because Tyrael knows that this boss is the doom of his team. And if he does not steal this boss, then all is lost. All is lost, and Tyrael throws out his Aldruin's might. Actually, it's going to capture the boss. Oh Lord, Tyrael just making the plays. And I don't think the red team can actually contest the blue team's core now, because they have some catapults coming in and this huge boss. This is a 29-minute boss, by the way, and it is really deadly, and it does root Lucio, dealing massive damage to him. Not sure why James Raynor didn't go there. I mean, this boss can take down the keep and potentially the entire red team core, because this boss is very tanky. Right now, the blue team are just finishing and tying up loose ends by clearing out these catapults here, but James Raynor is not helping with the boss. He went the long way around. I'm not sure why, and now the oops, my minimap is going completely the wrong way, and James Raynor is going to help finish off this boss, which is a really that was really scary. And the blue team should just probably look to set up a trap here, as Tyrael is still dead. They should not start the boss, actually. This is a very risky call. And for your daily stacks of the day review, let's have a look at James Raynor. 110 stacks. Each 4th basic attack will deal a bonus of 235% auto attack damage. That is a lot, man. That is a lot. And the blue team are actually going to take this boss for themselves. And I think that this is going to be the game-winning move. I mean, unless the red team gets a 5-man team wipe. I mean, James Raynor coming in hard, utilizing his Give Some Pepper, and Jaina's actually might get taken out by Nazeebo's Ravenous Spirit, but Nazeebo is interrupted by Muradin's Skullcracker as Phoenix just teleports away. But what the red team needs to do now is instantly half and actually go defend the boss, as this boss is a 31-minute boss, and I don't think that the red team should be lurking here in the tributes. They need to defend the boss ASAP. This keeps gonna die really quickly. Oh lord, here goes Sonya. She needs to back. What? James Raynor, what are you doing? You need to go back. You need to go defend the boss right now. Oh dear, and the boss, of course, even with Nazeebo's massive damage in the late game, I don't think this is going to end well for the red team at all, as James Raynor is nowhere to be seen. He is just walking back to his base. I'm not sure what he's doing, walking back to his base. I don't think this is enough damage. The boss, a 31-minute boss, is just going to absolutely destroy the red team's core, and this will be GG. That was a roller coaster of emotions as we pause to take a look at the MVP, and I want to take a look at the hero stats as well. And James Raynor getting the MVP as he most, well, probably doesn't deservedly get, but let's have a look at endgame hero stats. I just want to demonstrate to you how overpowered Raynor is right now. Nazeebo only getting 129k hero damage. That's even more than Phoenix already. But James Raynor doing 160k hero damage with only 2 deaths. That is just insanity. This game just went on for far too long. And unfortunately, the boss call at the end. James Raynor didn't go back. This is not a sign of good James Raynor play. He just abused the overtuned numbers that are on James Raynor right now. Surely hope that Raynor is going to get a nerf soon. But for now, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed that episode with the Tyrael dying 12 times, of course. But 2 of those deaths were definitely worth it when he sacrificed himself in order to steal the opponent's boss. Those were some amazing boss steals by Tyrael's Holy Ground. But for now, I think I'll end this episode here. I certainly enjoyed casting this one. And if you guys would like to send in your funny replays to be casted by myself, please do send them in to sir.lightofvoid@gmail.com. But for now, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.